Good morning, school. My name is Hannes, and Santi and I will be doing today's last word. When Santiago asked me if I wanted to do a speech with him in front of the whole school, I told him that he was crazy. And yet, here I am. At the beginning, I hated the thought of standing up here in front of the whole school. I had no idea what I'd even talk about, and I thought people would laugh at me. But the months passed by, and at some point I realized I didn't have much time left in New Zealand. As soon as I understood that, something flipped. I stopped having time to worry about what people think of me, so I decided to do the speech anyway. I've had a beautiful time in New Zealand, and I think one of the reasons for that is because I finally understood something here that I never fully understood back in Germany. Our time is limited. We never have as much of it as we think we do. My dad had a heart attack 6 years ago. He survived, but it made me realize that everything could be over at any moment. So use your time wisely. Do what you want to do and stop worrying about what other people think. People are going to judge anyway, so might as well do what makes you happy. I once had the opportunity to choose if I wanted to spend a year in another country. At first, I didn't like the idea of being away from home for so long. I was scared. I thought I'd miss out on parties with my friends, concerts, football games, family stuff, and all the funny little moments that make up a normal year. I can tell you this, you don't need to worry about all of that. It might sound a bit harsh, but the world keeps spinning for a bit without you. And you don't actually miss anything. In fact, you will probably have an even better time here than your friends back at home. And when you return, you'll be a completely different person. And I mean that literally, because this year changed me. I got way more independent. I learned not to just listen to whatever everyone else tells me, and to put myself first sometimes, which is something I'd never really done before. I understood now way more than I used to what's actually important for me. I got a completely different perspective on so many things, and this year helped me grow up in a way that I don't think I could have back home. A big part of that was saying yes to things I never would have tried otherwise. I learned to surf, I learned to scuba dive. Sport has always been the thing that keeps me calm and happy, and this year I had more of it in more random and ridiculous forms than ever before. None of that growth happens if you stay safe and predictable. It happens when you leave your comfort zone and put yourself somewhere new. Let yourself be bad at things for a while. Traveling around New Zealand taught me something too. My parents and I noticed that nature means something completely different for you guys. You treat it differently, you respect it differently, and honestly, a lot of countries, Germany included, should be following your example. So if you ever get the chance, whenever it's now, after school, or even after university, take the year off. Enjoy your life before it gets serious. If you don't do it now, you'll probably never do it, because there was always going to be a reason not to go. There's always going to be a job, a relationship, a responsibility that makes it feel like it's the wrong time. I've had the time of my life here. I can't even fully explain why. I think it's because I met so many amazing people, and for the first time, I actually used my time instead of just letting it pass. I did everything I wanted to, and more. I want to thank everyone who made my time here so wonderful, especially Santi, Killian, Nikki, Jonah, and Zach. And I want to thank my family for making it possible for me to even stand up here. I just want to thank one last person, and then I'm finished. In Germany, we have a saying, Das Beste kommt zum Schluss. It means the best comes last. So thank you, Indy, for making my time here so wonderful. Thank you.
A year ago, I had no idea what to expect from a whole year abroad. Whenever someone asked me about my plans, I always answered with, well, we'll see. I was trying to hide the uncertainty and excitement of starting a new journey on the other side of the world. In Germany, I kind of felt trapped. I was always with the same people. I was happy, but somehow unhappy. And, well, I always stayed close to my comfort zone. When I left for New Zealand, my parents were sad and didn't want me to go just yet. Well, but my sister, she had a different idea. On the way to the car, she proudly announced that she's happy to be an only child. I guess satisfying one of 3 loved ones is good enough. Arriving here meant being the new one. Everyone already had their friend groups, seating plans were set, and fitting in was hard at first. I knew I had to step out of my comfort zone to meet new people. I I was lucky to have a friend, Hannes, who has been with me since the beginning. We didn't know each other beforehand, but because we both spoke German, we quickly became close. And slowly but surely, I started talking to more people, and those small conversations and inclusions to friend groups started shaping my time here. I was fortunate enough to be selected as an international prefect. This gave me the opportunity to welcome all the new internationals. Meeting new people from different countries is fulfilling in a different way. You get to know their culture, their background, and their ambitions. And that's why I started a lot of conversations with strangers who later became people I grew close to. If you ask me what my favorite part of this year was, I would probably surprise you. It wasn't a trip, a specific day, or an activity, but rather all the people that I met and all the small experiences I shared with them. They all add up. I lived in the moment. Going on trips with my family, my host family, and to school gave me the opportunity to see Auckland and the whole country. But more importantly, they gave me the feeling that I was no longer just a visitor. Reflecting now, I learned that belonging isn't something I could create on my own. It started with someone asking me to sit with them, having a short conversation with them, or simply being greeted by my name. Those moments might seem small, but they mean everything to someone who's trying to find their place in a big school in a different country. In a few weeks, there's going to be a big group of students arriving. They might be homesick, but they might also be excited to be away from home. Either way, they will be wondering the same thing as many of us wondered when we arrived. Where should I sit? Who should I talk to? Will I fit in? You probably won't remember inviting them to lunch, having a short chat, or introducing them to your friends. But I can promise you one thing, they will. Because those small moments are what made this place feel like home to me. So if there's one thing I'd like to leave behind today, it's a reminder that every single one of us has the opportunity to make someone else feel like they belong. I thank all the teachers, the international department, Mr. Ali'i, my friends, my host family, for making this year an absolute blast and giving me a second home. All right. Thank you for listening. This is it from me. And with that, teachers off to period 1.